Third movement. What key are we in, Matthew?
G major.
We are in G major, home key of the concerto. And this movement is in sonata form again. Okay, so exposition to begin with, from bar 1 to bar 153.
One to 103.
1 to 153. But if you remember when we listened to it last week, it does go very quickly. Okay, first 3 bars, we don't actually get onto a G. So the first G of the piece, of the movements, that is the bass note in bar 4, which is also a G. Before that, we have 2 D major chords, an A major chord and a D major, so it goes. And then lands on it. G. Okay, this is what we call a tonic 6/4. So only start on the G at bar number 4. Now the idea of the start with these bap, 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 bap is supposed to be the atmosphere of the circus. Okay, 2 bars of piano then on that page. What does it look like?
Open fifth.
Open fifths, yeah. Obviously a lot quicker. Okay, so the other thing now, looking really carefully at the first notes the piano plays in the left hand, it plays a D and a G. So the D, there, if you put a little circle around the D. So the left hand of the piano plays a D and a G, so put a circle around the D. And then the first thing the right hand of the piano plays is an E and a G, so put a circle around the E. And the second thing the left hand plays is C sharp and G, so if you put a circle around the G, you end up with D, E, G, which is Z from the start of the first movement. Idea Z from the start of the first movement. Okay, so it's in sonata form, but before we actually get to the proper material, there is bar 1 to bar 16 is just kind of introductory material. So it doesn't tell us any of the main themes yet. So bar 1 to 16, introductory material. Okay, so you've got introductory material there. Now the piano part, we say it's quite a percussive mechanical. It's not playing a tune, it's not doing anything interesting. It almost just sounds like a bit of a machine or an effect. So you've got a percussive, mechanical piano part in there. Percussive.
Yeah.
P-E-R-C-U. 2 S's. I-V-E. Mechanical piano. Okay, that idea carries on through to figure 1, where we finally get the first bit of tune, as it were. So, E-flat clarinets, right at the top there, figure 1 is playing S1A.
Why is this in here?
I have no idea. Okay, so that's S1A in the E-flat clarinet at figure 1. that carries on over the page, where we hear a little bit of decorations, and then again an answer to S1A. So at the key signature, key change, sorry, now it's 20, 21, 22, 23. At the key change there, the trombone comes in, brrr, just with a little answer to S1A. And then figure 2, the piccolo, which is down as OTTA. The piccolo comes in with S1A but much shorter. So piccolo but much shorter. Onto the next page then, you've got the trombone, dee-dee-dee-dee, horn goes dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. So you've got 3 short chromatic sections there. Trombone, then into the horn, which is written as corny, and then trumba for the trumpet.
What, 3 short chromatic?
Phrases. And then the opening chords, ba, 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 and a G at the end. So we have a repeat of the opening chords there before we turn the page.
I keep thinking it's an iron. I should put it on there.
An I.
An iron.
Oh,
I keep thinking I'll burn myself.
okay, so we decided, we said at the start, it resolves onto G major. Page 61 then, so if you go back a page, we've just got the top system there, still in G major but with F sharp and C sharp putting some colour in. So in between the systems there, if you say top system here, you've got strings maintaining G major with F sharp colours. That's kind of bars 7 and onwards towards bar figure 1. So strings maintain G major with F sharps and C sharps to add colour. Now on figure 1, in the solo clarinet part, starts on an F sharp and does a scale all the way up to F natural. What would we call that interval? If it was F sharp to F sharp, it would be an octave.
Diminished octave.
It's a diminished octave, so it's an octave that's been pulled a semitone down. So you've got a diminished octave in the E-flat clarinets there. On to figure 2 then, on the next page, and the harmony has changed. We've landed in C major, which is the subdominant. So figure 2, and in the string parts, the harmony's moved, and we're on C major, which is the subdominant. Okay, turn the page, figure 3. Figure 3, we then see S1B, so it's subject 1, B, it's the second idea in the piano. So figure 3, piano part for 2 bars, S1B. Yeah, S1B. Now, triads, what we would say is it's folk-like, syncopated, based on triadic movement. So, folk-like, sounds a little bit like folk-tale, so folk-like, syncopated, we'll see that as it goes on. Folk-like, syncopated, based on parallel triadic movements, which is simply triads moving down. Yeah, based on parallel triadic movement. And then in that tune is the 3, 2, 1 idea that we saw in movement 1. So 3, 2, 1 motive from the first movement. Other thing at figure 3, we've lost the key signature. So we've landed in C major, we've lost all of our sharps. In C major. Then get on to figure 4, and the strings get S1B. Yeah, so strings get S1B at figure 4, whilst the piano has just a bit of accompanying. Now, generally it's just a note. Got a D major arpeggio going up there on the piano with a chromatic appoggiatura. Do you remember appoggiaturas? It's little notes to decorate just before the actual note. Yeah? So what is just a D major arpeggio? So D major arpeggio going up, you then got E minor 7 coming down. So bar at figure 4 and the next bar, D minor on the piano. The bar at figure 4 and the bar after it is D minor arpeggio on the piano. And then the third and fourth bar after figure 4 is E minor 7 coming down. And then the next bar, so it's bar 50 and bar 51, C major 7 going up.